Okay, today we will talk about chapter 8,
which is Principle of Agricultural Marketing.
Okay.
What is institutional approaches?
Institutional approach. This approach helps in the distribution channel of the marketing process, such as marketing channel. Marketing channel is the path through which goods and service travel from the producer to the consumer. A marketing channel can be as short as a direct transaction from the producer to consumer, or may include several interconnected intermediaries along the way, such as wholesaler, distributor, agent, and retailer. Marketing channel, also known as distribution channels.
What is roles of marketing channel in marketing strategies?
They have 4 roles. First is link producer to buyers.
What is roles of marketing channel in marketing strategies?
They have 4 roles. First is link producer to the buyers. Number second is influence the firm's pricing strategy. Number 3 is affecting product strategy through branding policy, willingness to stock. The last one is customized profit, install, maintain, and offer and credit.
What is types of marketing channel?
They have 4 types of marketing channel. First is zero-level marketing channel, also known as direct marketing channel, where the producer or manufacturer to consumer consists of manufacturer directly selling to the end of the consumer. This mean door-to-door sales or direct mail or telemarketing. For example, their online sale is a perfect example of a zero-level channel marketing. Okay, the second one is one-level marketing channel. The one-level marketing channel is from producer or manufacturer to retailer and to consumer. The one-level channel has an intermediary in between the producer and the consumer. Retailer like Tesco and Medin buy the product from the manufacturer and sell them. This channel works best for manufacturers that produce shopping goods like clothes, shoes, furniture, and toys. This is because since consumers need more time with these items before they decide to purchase them, it is in the best interest of the manufacturer to sell them to another user before to get into the hand of the consumer. Two-level channel involve the movement of the good from the company to an intermediary, from the intermediary to another, then to consumer. Wholesaler like Dutch Lady Milk industry buy the product from the manufacturer and sell them to the consumer. In this channel, consumer can buy product direct from the wholesaler in bulk. By buying the item in the bulk from the wholesaler, the price of the product are reduced. This is because the wholesaler take away extra costs such as service costs, sales force costs that consumer usually pay when buying from retailer. However, the wholesaler does not always sell direct to the consumer. Sometimes the wholesaler will go through a retailer before the product get into the hand of consumer. The last one, or the number 4, is three-level marketing channel, where the producer or manufacturer go to distributor, distributor go to wholesaler, wholesaler go to retailer, and retailer go to consumer. The three-level channel can combine role in a distributor on the top of dealer and a retailer. The retailer stock the most and spread it to dealer, and who it then give to the consumer. To retailer. The example can be taken from this channel is ice cream market. This is because the manufacturing level require ice cream market who stock the ice cream in refrigerated cool rooms. These ice cream are transported to local distributor who have refrigerated cool rooms. The distributor then transport to the local dealer who will have 11 to 12 small freezer, and finally it is transported to the retailer who have 1 or 2 freezer of each company.
How Malaysian retail market channels and structure?
The structure of Malaysia retail market channel is from manufacturer to national distributor, to the wholesaler, and wholesaler to hypermarket, supermarket, sunrise store, convenience store, and Chinese medical hall, and then to consumer. First is hypermarket. Hypermarket make up approximately 50% of national market. Tesco 12, Caritua 12, and the Giant 12 dominate this sector. Macro 6 is a closed system for wholesaler and small business customers. Although this policy varies from time to time, there are approximately 50 hypermarket in Malaysia. Second one is supermarket. Supermarket can be broken down into 2 categories. Thus focusing on and part of chain like Jaya Jasco and Giant, locally owned group like Fajar, Solwoh, and Offensive, and those locally owned the dependent supermarket with no affiliation, number around 220. This is approximately 25% of the market. Third one is a sunrise store, where approximately 80,000 in Malaysia, both urban and rural area. Majority independently owned small family business. Attempts have been made to branch to or develop chain like Felda and Pernama, but not so successful. This is about 30% of the market. Number 4 is convenience store. This usually transition. Number 4 is a convenience store. This usually franchise store are rapidly growing in the number of both 7-Eleven and the petrol companies have seen opportunities to enter the retailer street. Their market share is approximately 5% but rapidly rising. Okay, the last one is Chinese medical halls. Traditional Chinese medical halls are scattered across the country and often develop into a small supermarket or sundry store. They together with the pharmacy have around 50% market share, but this is losing out to the convenience store and chain pharmacy, above 6,000.
What is 5 factors influencing the selection marketing channels?
5 factors influencing the selection of marketing channel is: first, distance between the producer and the consumer. The long distance between producer and consumer has led to increase the cost of marketing channel. To reduce the cost, we need middlemen to help in marketing the product. The second is nature of product. Most of agriculture products are perishable in nature. To reduce such perishability, a fast transportation is needed to reduce such costs, and so that the consumer will get the product at a faster time. So we need the middleman to transport the product to the final consumer. And the third one is production scale. Production scale, if a producer produce the product of a larger scale, this will reduce the cost of production. The price of product is lower than the reach targeted consumer. And number 4 is the financial status, where the firm that have a strong financial status can reduce the number of marketing channel. They can directly sell the product to the final consumer. This lower of the price of the product for the end user. And the last one is a law and regulation. Some of the producer will directly sell the product to the authorities organized such as pharma, and they will get they will get the better price as compared to the other marketing bodies such as middlemen. So each time of the buyer purchase the mechanism from another source such as manufacturer, wholesaler, and retailer, the price of the product has to increase in order to maximize the profit each person will receive.
What is middleman in marketing?
Middleman in marketing is an individual or any business entity that carries out a special or concentrate various marketing functions that involve buying and selling the product.
What is important reason for the need of middleman?
The importance of the need of middleman is producer lack of financial support for the purpose of grading and price tagging of their product that need them to purchase such as mechanized. Second is producers seek for additional production for need of the consumer. With the help of middlemen, the producer can increase production when there is an increase in the demand from the consumer all around their marketing place. The third one is business expansion for producer. When the producer invests his capital to other business activity for expansion, rather he perform other marketing function. Number 4 is field of concentration, where middleman is more efficient, fast delivery, very influential in the process of marketing the product. Number 5 is some producer lack of the marketing experience and thus rely on the experienced middleman and their management ability. Number 6 is middlemen play an important role in matching supply with the demand by making good available in the right place, time, and quantity. And number 7 is middlemen provide a transportation, storage, grading, packaging facilities to the product they handle.
What is types of middlemen?
They have 5 types of middlemen. First is merchant middlemen. They include wholesaler and retailer. Second is agent middleman. There is broker and commission man. Third is speculative middleman. Number 4 is processor and manufacturer of food. And number 5 is facilitative organization. First is merchant middleman is the one who take title, own, buy, and sell their own gain. First is wholesaler. Wholesaler is individual or institution who buy and sell their product to retailer or the other wholesaler. They provide the transportation, storage, credit facilities, channel, information, counseling on a business. For retailer is individual or organization who sell the product directly to the consumer. Second one is agent middleman. Agent middleman act as representative of their client. They do not take title and do not own the product they handle. Agent middleman receive income in the form of fees and commission, provide service to buyer and seller. Agent middleman also market knowledge and bring together the seller and buyers. For example, is a broker and commission man. Broker is a person who buy and sell a good for asset for others, does not have physical control of the product. Broker also does not possess ownership or hold of the communities. Broker also less power in price negotiation. Broker also does not store, transport and credit financing facilities. Broker also aware of the market condition and willing to look for financial institution or individual for buyer to finance their product. For the second example is commission man. Commission man is who take over the physical handling of the product, search for buyer and perform type of the marketing function. Commission man has broad power in the price fixing, handling the price determination as long as the price is more or less the price that has been fixed by the seller. Commission man is he sell, collect, deduct his fees and remit or send the balance of the principal collected. Okay, the third one is a speculative middleman, who is a person, trade derivative, communities, bond, the third one is speculative middleman, who trade derivative, commodities, bond, equities or currency with a higher than average risk in a return for a higher profit potential. Speculators take a large risk, especially with respect to fluctuation, future price movement for the purpose of undertaking maximum profit. 4 is processor and manufacturer of food. Processor and manufacturer of food is best known as a food marketing firm. They are also changing the physical form of the product. Some processors reach their customer through advertising, and manufacturer may sell their product to the retailer. And the last one is facilitative organization. Facilitative organization do not directly participate in the marketing process. They can receive income from the fees and assessment for those who use their facilities. For example, transport companies, bank, independent wholesaler. These institutions are paid for their service charge. For example, a transporter gets paid in the form of the freight cargo charge, while a banker gets paid service charge in the form of a bank commission, and wholesaler and cold storage and rent. And the last one is facilitative organization. Facilitative organization do not directly participate in the marketing process. They receive the income from the fees and assessment for those who use their facilities. For example, transport companies, bank, and independent wholesaler. This institution was paid for the service charge. For example, a transporter gets paid in the form of freight cargo charge. Okay. That's all from chapter 8.
It is marketing channel. Thank you.
Bye.